Hi guys, Martin and Georgie here. Don't know quite what's happened tonight, but we've had some gremlins in, some technical issues in. You'll be able to see from the background, obviously we've got the Godfather himself, Don Corleone, behind us, so maybe we didn't show him any respect, and
he decided to...
yeah, he decided to break the internet.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just because we got a new router for the internet, and maybe Talk's router, this new super duper router isn't so super duper.
Not so much. I'm just replying to the... There we go. Back in the room. Yay! Everyone's here. This is good.
Yeah, we don't know what happens.
We've got deep voices again, I think.
As I say, we've got deep voices, Adam.
Oh, bless him, he's keep yelling, Adam, do this, Adam, do that.
Adam's the sound guy. The only better guy than Adam is the guy who works in the hospital because he's the ultrasound guy.
You already made that joke and it wasn't funny the first time.
I know, but it was. It's always
the sound's going to go off for about 5 seconds.
The sound's going to go off for 5 seconds.
I'm acting like it.
Is the sound back?
You should be back on now.
So guys, we've messed around with the sound, and is it better? Can you hear us normally, or do I still sound drunk? I'm not drunk. I want to be drunk, but I'm not drunk.
I'm very glad he's not.
I should be drunk to work with this.
Should we try this again?
Do you know what? We had high aspirations for today.
It's going to be so good. We were even contemplating background changes. Can you imagine?
We were going to have
how stressful that would have been.
Background.
There we go. Sound is good.
So sound's good. Picture's good. We're good. You're good.
Welcome to WarGames on Wednesdays. Oh, I need a drink after this, to be honest.
There's a point here. Adam, can we get some alcohol?
Get some liquor.
We're sat in Don Corleone's office, so we should be having some whiskey. Shit, that would make sense, doesn't it? Anyway, right. Gremlins gone, bugs gone, professionalism out the window, as always.
That was gone a long time ago. But we have so much to talk about this week as well.
And so the intention of it being half an hour show means we've got 3 minutes to get through everything. No, so we'll just do a show that takes... pain in the absolute backside, Anna, is there any of the fruit water?
You're the worst.
I'm a diva. But anyway, yeah. So the Don sat behind us, and that can only mean one thing: the Godfather, the board game, is out for general release on Friday, and we have a copy here in front of us that Georgie will show you the box art to. I take a swift little drink.
Look at this. This is very, very cool. It's the Dogfather. The Godfather, Corleone's Empire. And it's essentially a board game version. Is it all of the films? Or just the first film?
I think it's just the first film. I think you literally just play through the first film. I only read very briefly through the synopsis and everything. That's right. Yeah, put it over your face. Much better. And you literally, so you play through the different acts in the movie. And some of the miniatures you get in there.
You get a lot in the box, actually. Martin's been really excited about this for ages. He's been like shoving M&Ms into his cheeks.
I was going to put the M&Ms in his
cheeks. It's pretty grim.
You show me no respect. But my impression's terrible. You get a big board with the game, so it all folds out. I don't know whether it's upside down or whether it's left or right or
this
what.
Way.
This way, that way. Now you can't see.
So you get a nice big board.
Really good quality as well.
You've got all your rules packs and everything.
Yeah, these are really.
These are my favourite part of it.
So get little tins, like little metal tins. Oh, throwing them at you. And then you get all your cards for your money and your different use your muscle. Yeah. And then you get loads of little miniatures, and there are loads of miniatures.
In terms of production value, you can't fault it, really, can you?
And it's not that one.
And then they're all themed, kind of, with different colour bases, so you know who's who.
Let's see how close I can get to the camera.
Don't mess up the focus. You've only just got it working.
That one is the Don himself. See what happens when that comes up. So
you've got a load of minis. You've got some really nice, easy to follow rules and everything.
How close is that going on there now?
What? That was terrible focus.
Yeah. And this one you won't be able to see from there, but in my hand is a dead horse's head.
Yes, do you reckon we'll be able to? For true thematic.
Because let's be honest.
Here you go. Horse's head in the bed.
A dead horse's head.
You'd be disappointed.
Yeah. and you get police cars and everything in there. So you get loads of miniatures in the game, and ultimately you're all different crime families, and you're all sending your muscle out to try and extort and make as much money as you can.
Yeah.
The winner at the end of the game is the person with the most money. But having money throughout the game is not necessarily a good thing, because the more money you've got, the more money you have to pay Don Corleone.
Exactly.
As a tribute. And so you have to find ways of laundering your money and stashing it so that he can't find it. Maybe paying off the police as well so that they're looking the other way, or maybe even tipping them off to go and send them against other people, or send the muscle out again. It sounds like a fantastic game.
What's the player count? Let's have a look at the
2
stats,
to 5
shall we?
players.
2 to 5 players. It's cool mini or not, isn't it?
Yeah, so
yeah,
it's
so
going to be on the...
you've got some nice nice
on there,
quality
is it on the
minis
back
and everything.
here?
Here we go. 2 to 5 players. Age 14 and up. If you're playing it and you're under 14, maybe don't, because it's the Godfather.
Watch the film first and then you'll be alright.
An hour to an hour and a half playtime. Nice game, not super long.
No. It's one that I'm definitely going to be having a game of very soon. Looking at you, Martin Swift. Didn't say hello to you last week, Martin. Sorry, apparently jumped on, said hello. We ignored him on the comments and he jumped back off. Don't even know whether he's in the room, but if he watches back, Martin, it's in.
But yeah, Cool Mini or Not make it. They're a really good company. They make games that have some really cool what's the word, licenses and stuff like that.
Yeah. Talking of which, segue.
Segue.
Yeah. So Kickstarter. Love it, loathe it.
We've been having a big debate about this, which you may have picked up on in the previous weird live stream
So
thing.
we kickstarted WarGames, which wasn't Kickstarter to fund the business. It was Kickstarted as more than anything, as an advertising platform to let you guys know that we were coming. And yes, to get some money to start the ball rolling with legal proceedings and everything else. It was good. First UK store to be kickstarted. Have a bit of that. And then Kickstarter has just gone a bit insane over the last couple of years. 2 years, it's just everybody's kickstarting everything. Mantic can't release a game without kickstarting it. Cool Mini or Not can't release a game without kickstarting it.
Well, I was in the Board Game Trading and Chat group reading some of the comments on the game we're about to mention. And I think the best comment that I read on it was somebody saying Kickstarter has basically become like a fancy pre-order system where you can get a game out, not worry about reviews, kind of class it as a decent pre-ordering system without any of the backlash from critics, and get a game out that way, which I think's quite...
Right,
it's an
not
interesting
right
concept,
as in
for
they
sure,
should do it, but I think
it's
that
pretty
person's hit
accurate.
the nail on the head, because it is, and I give ultimate respect therefore to the companies that don't kickstart the game. Kickstarter is a good thing. It is there to let people who don't have the platform to advertise the game. So the guy sat at home who's designed a game and needs to make an audience for it to make it out. That's what Kickstarter should be there for. It shouldn't be there for Cool Mini or Not. It shouldn't be there for Mantic Games. It shouldn't be there for Steam Forge Games. It should be there for people that haven't got an audience already and need to create one. These people have got millions of pounds backed into games. And as the guy said that you were reading out, it's a fancy pre-order system. So do you know what? Kudos to Fantasy Flight, who don't kickstart anything. They push it all out. They put as much information as they can, and then they let retailers literally have it straight off. And Modifius. Modifius. It's one or the. I think it's Modifius. They did the Thunderbirds co-op game. Star Trek RPG's just been announced with them, and more importantly, the Fallout game, which I think we talked about last week or the week before. I'm still trying to get the guys here. They're still actually playtesting the game, but it's looking promising for them coming up. Not the Kickstarter, straight out to pledge. Straight out to Kickstarter. Straight out to retail, which then lets us give you a chance to pre-order the game. Charterstone was only talking to Ian and Jen. Will probably be in the chat somewhere.
I've seen Jen.
There you go. So hi guys, and was talking to Ian for quite a while last night. Charterstone, straight to retail. There was no Kickstart for it, which gives the game a bit more exclusivity.
You can't say that word.
Can I? It's like when I was a kid, I couldn't say ambulance. It was alabamance or something. I don't know.
You dropped as a child.
Many times.
That wasn't drop. That was...
We had 12 steps, and I knew what every one of them did.
But it's the case of, with things like Kickstarter as well. A lot of people have said, a lot of people have moved away from doing different pledge levels now. A lot of games are coming out don't have retailer pledges. They don't have stretch goals. They don't have things like that. And a lot of people, the game we're talking about, we never got into this really.
Yeah,
was
Michael's just put it quite right there, Mike. He's just said it should be for first project only. You shouldn't be able to do a
and,
if you've had a
Big
successful
McDan
project.
Said a big company shouldn't even need to use Kickstarter.
They shouldn't, and I get that it's an advertising platform, but it just takes a lot away from the retailer, and it also, as somebody had said earlier on the chat when you were talking to them, it means they don't actually have to think that much about the game, because they're just going, if the IP's there, then they're going to get it, which does bring us in so you can tell people what we're talking about.
Obviously, with all the hype of Game of Thrones, there's a new Game of Thrones miniature game, A Song of Ice and Fire, obviously named after the book. So should have done what?
So, Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
And it's the miniature game. It's a tabletop
it's
Warhammer style game.
40k.
Not 40k, in Warhammer Fantasy Battles.
But in Game of Thrones.
But in Westeros.
Well, not only Westeros.
In the Seven Kingdoms. Yeah. And about 18 months ago, definitely over 12 months ago, I was stood chatting with a couple of the guys down there saying, do you know what? You should really do a Game of Thrones miniature game.
Don't try and say this was your idea.
No, it wasn't, because I was going to go after HBO license, and I was going to have Cersei looking like Cersei, Daenerys looking like Daenerys, Tyrion looking like Tyrion.
But of the TV program. Because a lot of these models that you can find on Kickstarter
these
are based on the book.
Yeah, and therefore the art is still illustration of them, and they still look cool. Don't get me wrong,
Of course,
they do
yeah.
look good. But yeah, I'd said run it along the same sort of lines as Lord of the Rings type game, or even a mass fantasy battle game. But you'd have the characters that we all know and love from the books and films, and then you build more and more and more armies in, and you control your armies of the Seven Kingdoms, and you'd fight against each other. Lo and behold, it's now come to Kickstarter, and they're already on nearly £1 million, and we're not, because we didn't do it.
But it's a case of, I've seen a lot of people going about, kickstarting things and talking about Kickstarter. It's not getting as much love as it used to, because it used to be, also quickly mentioning, because in the chat, this is the last week for Nick's giveaway.
Ooh,
so
yes.
While I'm ranting to you about my feelings and emotions about Kickstarter, pop your name in the comments and we'll give you some shout outs.
Vaughan Killion. Is Nick's contest still going on? I'm so out the loop. Yes, it's going on, and you've just had a shout out, good sir. So there's 5 entries for you.
So Vaughan.
And somebody's saying there, Alan's saying that he regretted
Craig Drake.
Not twice in one day. I can't cope with Drakey twice in one day. Saying that he missed out on Empires, and this is it. So you get to the end of a Kickstarter and you missed it. Dark Souls, for example. Dark Souls was a massively successful Kickstarter, and then they did it again and again and again. 3 times they reopened the Pledge Manager just to cash in and get people buying it. I backed it as a retailer, got 6 copies come through, 2 of which were damaged, and they've never replaced them. And they've now delayed the release, then they're delaying the expansion miniatures.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people are saying people aren't even bothering with stretch goals anymore,
which
is something that a lot of people are saying.
Fire and Ice one, it's just $150 back. You get all the bonus material, you get the basic game, and blah blah blah. So I mean, it's a lot of money, $150. But a copy of a brand new Cool Mini or Not game now, typically, the Godfather, for example, that retails, is it 80 or 89.99?
It retails at $79.99. We're selling it for $63.99 because
we're 20% off. And that's one of their cheaper games. Zombicide is a £90 game. The others is, I think the others is £97. Yeah. And these are all good games. I'm not knocking Cool Mini or Not. They're a really great game publisher. But they don't need to be doing Kickstarter, and they're not even giving you anything for it. Now it's just, boom, there's a Pledge Manager.
People
get it, give us some money. We don't have to then worry about making it and distributing it out to the retailers to let them have a crack. And these are the same companies that are trying to fight for bricks and mortar stores.
You don't need, we obviously want to make it clear, Cool Mini or Not.
Oh, cool.
One of our favourite game makers, manufacturers.
Definitely. Zombicide is...
I just think it's really interesting to discuss this, because I've seen a lot of conflicting opinions about Kickstarter projects lately, and the fact that, especially in terms of Kickstarter exclusives, a lot of people are just doing alternate sculpts, which is really cool, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people kind of, back in the days when Kickstarter was huge, people were getting a little bit more for their
I'm just going to jump in here a sec, sorry. So, here
we go.
Yang Zhu. Really sorry if we're not pronouncing that correctly. I'm sure you can accept it. What does
Stretch goal.
Stretch goal. I mean, stretch goal is something on Kickstarter where if it backs to a so let's say their target figure to back is £100,000, so $100,000. As soon as they hit the $100,000, that means that the project is then successful and it will launch, and everybody who's backed will get what they've ordered. If it then backs to their next level, a stretch goal, which might be $150,000, they'll add extra bits in that every pledge
giver.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Everyone who's backed the project
Backer, isn't that what they use?
Backer, yeah, they call
Backer.
it backer, not pledge, but I still want to know what the correct term is. And then each time that goes up, then these people will get more and more things. So, for example, I backed as a retailer, as I just said, the Dark Souls game. Phenomenally successful Kickstart, phenomenally terrible
Don't.
rollout. Don't sit down. It is. Let's we call an apple. It's the game looks fantastic. The miniatures are amazing. Some of the guys are playing it upstairs. It was badly packaged and badly shipped due to poor packaging, which they were warned about when they changed for international ship and whatnot for UK ship. And I got 2 damaged boxes of a £100 game that I had to retail. That's not acceptable. And they've never got back over that, so that's poor on their behalf. The fact though that all the extra stretch goals aren't going to arrive with us probably now until the new year, it's too long. It's just too long to wait. It's not acceptable, and people aren't putting up with it anymore, so they're getting angry. But
Quick couple of shout outs as a punctuation. Let us know in the comments what you think of Kickstarter, because I've seen a few of you guys
Alan Shrew, hello.
agreeing with us, so it's interesting to know what you think. We've got Alan Shrew, hello, shout out for next competition there. We've got Steve Furby, consider yourself shouted out. SDF Net 40k, here's a shout out for you. Drakey, we've done you, mate. And Vaughan, shout out.
Andy Grawley's
And Mr.
Lair.
JFC.
Andy Grawley's Lair. Hey Nick, do you get entries docked for blatantly asking for a mention? No, you don't. But for trying to get other people docked, maybe you do.
Mr. JFC, shout out. Woo!
Andy
Love
gets
it.
5. And then I still can't remember how you pronounce his name.
Who?
Jean. We're going to call him Jean. He just asked. It literally just dropped off there, and he asked, "Can we tell him a bit about our company?" And you know what? We kind of just expect everybody to know who we are and what we do, and we've never actually
Not like
said,
anyone's self-important or anything.
but we've not really told people who we are and what we do.
Should I let you do that?
No, I want you to.
Resell games and stuff. We're
WarGames UK. So we're WarGames, WarGames UK, whichever way you want to look at us. That's how you find us on Google and on all the internet worldy stuff. We are a wargaming store. We are based in Southport, which is in the northwest of England. And
by Liverpool.
yeah, it's just it's Merseyside. It's just north of Liverpool.
Merseyside.
Probably about 15 miles north of Liverpool city centre. And we're the biggest bricks and mortar store in the UK, and that's something to be proud of. It's something to shout about. I shouldn't be humble about it. It's huge. We've got a massive space here. There are plenty of videos. If you go through our back catalogue, there are plenty of videos giving you store tours from when we built it up. And literally it was a dream turned into a nightmare. And 18 months on, I'm still living the nightmare. But yeah, we've been in business for about 18-20 months, and we sell all tabletop miniature games, so everything from Games Workshop, Privateer Press, Weird Miniatures from Malifaux, stuff like that, Bolt Action, Warlord. Big shout out to the guys at Warlord. I know Charlie watches.
Hi, Charlie.
We obviously sell a whole chunk of board games as well. And then we do a good set of paint range. We do card games, so Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. And we also do role-playing games. We've then got 2 floors upstairs of tables for general play throughout the week. And then over weekends, we quite often hold big tournaments. We've got a huge tournament coming up, which is the Northwest Open. It's the biggest and the best ITC tournament. Full ITC tournament in the UK. I have to say full now, because everybody's jumped onto our ITC band.
Oh, our ITC.
It is, yeah. Even Will said, has Will have been in the room?
Will's in the room.
Yeah, even Will said to me in a message before that Sorry, just reading the comments. You know which one I'm laughing at.
I'm definitely going to start making t-shirts. It's like, we sell games and stuff. You can buy them.
I know, we want a t-shirt with Georgie on it.
No one needs to see that.
No, you really don't, mate. You might think she looks good on the camera on what you're watching. Trust me.
Wow.
You're my little sister.
Adam, you can't laugh at that. That's not nice.
He was just a little bit. It's your boyfriend laughing at you. Your boyfriend and your brother both laughing. That's a sign.
That got scary for a second.
Sign of endearment.
Is it?
Yeah. George.
What?
Love you.
Whatever. But that's what we do. It's lovely to work here because it's so nice to see communities getting built around games. And not him, dealing with him, that's hell on earth. But if Carlsberg did wargaming stores, yes, Mammoth Minis, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, Mike, say
also, Nick is so close to getting his next 1,000 subscribers. So if for some reason, because you're strange, you're not already subscribed to him, go and do it now because he's so lovely and we love him.
Competitions. And that'll cost me more money.
Oh, stop it.
It won't cost me more money, it's all fine. Nick's paying for it, not me. Sorry, Nick, I'm sure I am paying for someone. I don't know. I can't even remember what we agreed, but it's all good. And that's what matters, yeah? Yeah, okay. Mike, in response to your question, or message you sent me, because as always I terribly forgot to reply to you. Yeah, I'll sort that terrain out for you. I'll sort it out next week. Don't
Love
worry.
it.
But yeah, we run tournaments. We want to talk about the Northwest Open because all the lists have to be submitted by today. The Northwest Open is a Warhammer 40k tournament. It's a 60-man tournament, and it's simply only 60 people because we can't actually fit any more. We could, but we'd have to close the shop to general public, and there was a whole argument for and against. Maybe for the Last Chance Open, which is in January, we might do that. It depends. We'll see where it's gone. But this is the first big tournament for 8th edition that we've run. Caledonia was on a few weeks ago. They at the last minute adopted 8th edition. Good on them. And we saw a lot of drivel, and that's the problem with it. And I've seen all the lists coming through. I love Warhammer 40k, I really do. I was so excited about 8th edition coming out because 7th edition was bloated, horrible mess, and
We've got
was
stuff to talk about for Warhammer.
We have, which we'll go into, and so 8th edition came out and I was excited about it at first, and I still love it as a game. So I've just had a game this afternoon against Tom, one of our customers, and I had a really fun game because although we both took decent lists, there was theme to the list. There was the game was played in the way the game was meant to be played. We had a good laugh. There was a point where we'd got to the end of his shooting phase and like, oh, I forgot my psychic phase. And I was like, well, what were you going to do? He said, well, I would have only smited him. I went, well, smite him then. And we just let it go back. And you wouldn't do that in a tournament setting. And tournament settings are different. And I like tournaments. What I don't like is the lists that come with tournament settings. Will sent me a big message before about it. And you're right, Will. The victim of success or whatever it might be, people want to win. They're going to take strong lists, and that's fine. They just, I don't know. They it's just when you see people.
You only enjoyed it because you won, Dave said. It's true. Martin did win.
Yeah, did win. It's the over spamming of lists. That's what
you can say the same for anything though. I mean, as soon as the Pro Tour comes on, the next month or two in Magic is just the top 8 Pro Tour lists. It's for everything. You know, it's not exclusive to this. You know, if you see a celebrity wearing a certain shirt or a style of shoe, you go out and buy it. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with everything, isn't it? It's emulating success. You can't get mad at it, and you can't get upset by it either. Really, in the same token.
Yang John, don't be shy. Just go into your local store, wherever your local store is, mate. You're saying he's too shy to go into the store and ask for a game. Just go in. They genuinely don't bite. Well, they shouldn't do anyway, and if they do, then report them.
You might be in for like.
Yeah, I don't know whereabouts you are.
Down south, apparently.
Yeah, well, let us know exactly what sort, like a more solid geography.
We might know some people,
and we probably know a store near to you to avoid. No money message to go into. Send you in, or take the trip up to Southport, and we'll come and teach you how to play games. Because talking about teaching to play games, Georgie,
Hey.
what did you
So,
do?
what do I want to do? I want to know some stuff, guys. So obviously, do you think you will be able to? Yes, Mother. Mom just texted me saying, "Are you on?" Bless her. So yeah, Mom, we're online now. Bless her. No, basically, obviously we're going to do the Let's Play series in terms of a learn to play for 40k and things like that. Are you on about that, or are you on about the board game idea?
Start collecting. I gave you some Slanesh.
They're beautiful and
Still
I
sat in
love
the
them.
box.
Well, they're in the process of being built. I want opinions of what to do in terms of painting. Would you prefer?
you get the
Don't
paintbrush and you
try
put the
and be
paint in.
funny. Would you prefer? Thanks, Dave. Would you prefer me to do paint things that are in terms of model, base coat, cut to what it looks like? Okay, now I'm going to do some layer, cut to what it looks like, that kind of thing.
Hi, Georgie's mum.
Or would you? She's not even in the room, guys. Or would you prefer it to be where it's like a live show like this as I'm painting and we can talk and chat in the comments and stuff like that? What would you prefer to watch? Because that...
I think, personally...
Tell me what you think.
I think... Well, I've said it to you anyway. I'll just tell these guys. Well, I
no,
think...
but I don't listen
chuck
to
the
them.
camera on, sort of an over-the-shoulder sort of shot, or over, like, literally push right down.
Yeah.
So your hands are there while you're painting, and you just talk crap while you're painting.
Live?
Yeah.
Or
And then look
recorded?
up every between sort of every layer of colour you do, and look up, maybe respond to a couple of the chats, or you can be painting and looking anyway. You're a woman, you should be able to multitask. Going back,
Everyone's
though,
saying live, to be fair.
yeah,
So
it just
that's,
makes sense,
you
yeah.
know...
South Croydon, he's from. So there you have got shops, not independent shops, not a million miles from you. Darksphere
Yeah.
isn't a million miles from you. Don't know the guys there personally. They should be all right, I would have thought, if you go in. But Croydon Games Workshop, I can vouch for. Great Games Workshop. The guy that runs it's a nice enough guy. And just go in. All I would say is give the guy behind the till a break. It's not his fault that he has to try and sell. Games Workshop will insist that every member of staff, they really try to. It's not hard selling, it's just relentless selling. It's probably the way of
That's
putting
true
it.
of any Games Workshop, isn't it, really?
It is, and that's what
Should I
I'm saying.
not
It's
say
not.
that on?
No, but it's
Is
not
that
his
bad?
fault. It's Games Workshop's fault because they make their staff do that. One of the first things I said to you when I take you on is, if I find you
Asking for
pushing
glue.
that sounded so wrong. If I
Better
find you
than
pushing
sniffing it.
glue, then you're sacked.
Yeah. That, honestly, that's the first thing you said to me when
Don't
I
get me wrong,
started.
if somebody comes and buys 4 boxes of models, then I will say around and say, listen, joking aside, are you alright for glue? But
Yeah.
it's the push and the push and the push and the relentlessness. It's not the guy in the shop. It's the way he has to be because of that. But get past that bit, and they're 99% of the time they're friendly guys.
They're lovely.
They show you
They
the
just
game.
want to
They
talk
just-
about the hobby
yeah,
and
they
you know,
want
get people into
to
it.
be into the hobby. And
You can't blame them for that, can you?
no, it's all we want to do. If you were up here, we'd do exactly the same. We just wouldn't try and push any glue on you. We'd go straight for the jugular and get you into 400 quid worth. No, we wouldn't really, would we? Maybe.
No. I just get excited about board games, and every time someone buys a board game, I'm all, have you tried this one? Have you tried this one? Have you tried this one? So that's me.
Antonio, no.
But this is everyone's. The consensus is to do a live painting thing. So I might
have
have
Martin
to.
hire you an assistant to sit next to you and read you comments.
And fan me with palm
That's
fronds
not
and
gonna
feed me
happen.
grapes.
I think
That would be lovely.
maybe Antonio should come all the way. I think New York. Are you from, mate? Should come all the way over Washington, New York or Washington. I'm getting mixed. You should come over and you should work for free. And then all the ideas
called
that
slave
you've
labour,
got,
and
it's not
that's
called
not
slave
okay.
labour because it's free. It's volunteering. And then you come over and you can read Georgie the comments and you can fan her and feed her grapes. And then you can help out with all the other stuff because all your ideas are great, mate. They're genuinely, joking aside, all your ideas are fantastic. My response is constant with it though. It's time implementing them. And I know if we get the area set up at the back so that the camera's ready to just switch on, it's still, the practicality is it's not as simple as that. I literally...
If you can see how poorly this green screen is held up right now.
Yeah,
you'd
I
be
mean,
amazed.
to be fair, it's proper clipped
It's
together
like
on a proper frame.
Velcro and hope. That's basically.
But it's, and I say it time after time, it is time. I'm either here, on my way to here, on my way home from here, or asleep. And occasionally I spend time with the family. like a couple of hours a week, and time's filled up so much. I am working on things to try and alleviate my time, so that we can do it.
Yeah.
Talking about live streams though, no, it's alright, we'll carry on, we'll do something.
No, come on.
No, it's alright. Maryland, I might have known a girl from Maryland.
We don't need to go into that story.
Baltimore, but Maryland is, I think, isn't it? Or is Baltimore in Maryland? Yes, Baltimore's in Maryland. 50 minutes from DC. Let me live on the 3rd floor and I'll move.
Let's do it.
Okay. That was easy enough, wasn't it?
I love it.
It's a green screen. Yeah, it's a green screen.
No, we're actually in the Godfather's
we're in Don Corleone's
office.
office. He's just very, very still.
What other things do we have to show off and talk about?
I don't know. What have we got?
Well, I was going to go for more games, or we can talk more about what's going on in the shop. As Martin said, Northwest Open lists have all been submitted today. But hey, let's talk more about some tournaments, eh?
Oh, yeah, should we do that? Or, do you know what? Should we do the deal of the week?
Okay.
Should we do the deal of the week and then go into some dun
exciting
new tournament news?
I love it. Also,
Dramatic
what
still
time are we
pause
open
again.
till next Friday night? We are open till 11.
Until the beer runs out. 11 o'clock-ish. 11's the earliest we'll close. It might go on a little bit after that. There's no.
I'm working, so
there is. So I think that question's coming because last time there was a midnight pre-release, so we were open till like 5 a.m.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
That's not happening again. But
we're getting mystery product requests, guys.
Mystery product requests.
Speaking of pre-releases.
So yeah, pre-releases and Magic the Gathering. So we've done 3 weeks of 40k releases because we doubled up on the dark.
The first week was a mess and that didn't happen.
Oh no, it wasn't 40k last week. It was still Games Workshop that was Blood Bowl. So we toyed with a few things. We were going to give you this.
You can't do it. This is what you could have won. What is this?
Your BFH bus fare home. So we were going to do Game of Thrones because we knew we were going to talk about it.
Because thematic.
It's so on point, on trend. Hashtag trending.
Please stop doing whatever you're doing.
But we then looked at it and we're like, right, so we're already 20% discounted on that. For us to take this down any further, even if we knocked it from $7.99 to $6.99.
Hi, Mom. Mom's in the room.
Hi,
Let's all
Georgie's
say hi to Mom.
Dave's watching, don't worry.
Stop it.
But yeah, even if we took another £1 off it, that's not the same sort of crack as the dice last week.
Yeah.
From a percentage point of view, it looks like a really great saving. £1 off doesn't really help anybody. Massively. It does, but you'd have to buy lots of copies to make it worthwhile. Yeah. You should still just buy this game at 20%
because it's really fun.
It's a great little card game. For £7.99, you should add that to your deal of the week that you're going to buy, which will get you towards the £50 minimum postage, and then maybe add something else we're going to show you, or a copy of The Godfather, and then it's all free postage. But what we're going to give you, Magic the Gathering.
Right. As you all
Georgie's chance.
Probably aware of, Magic the Gathering has just released a new set, Hour of Devastation, and it's been pretty popular. Everyone's enjoying it.
Yeah. The back end of the Amonkhet set.
Block. And
Block.
So we've got a lot of people enjoying that right now. So we figured we love our Magic players.
Your WarGames logo is much redder than mine. Mine's all faded out in pink.
Oh, okay, because that's really on topic. We love our Magic players, and if any of them are watching, or if anybody else in the chat is a Magic player, we thought we'd do a Magic the Gathering themed, what's it called? Deal of the week. So
we're doing a deal, or we're doing a deal.
For a limited time only, I was going to say that.
For
1 week, we will be selling the Hour of Devastation bundles, formerly known as fat packs, in case that's confusing to anybody. Because that got changed. It's a fat pack.
So the fat pack was 9 packs, a storage box.
Like 9 booster packs.
9 booster packs from the new set. Mm-hmm. A spin down life counter, a catalogue of all the cards, with a bit of backstory as well, a load of lands in there, and they used to retail, I think, about £34, and they were good. And then they knocked them up to £40, or $39.99, and put an extra pack in. Mm-hmm. You're like, the math doesn't work on that. You're paying £6 for 1 extra pack.
There's 10 boosters and not 9.
10 boosters now instead of 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get an extra booster than you used to, but they charge £6 more for it. But they still sell because it's novel,
Okay.
and people want them for the life counters and the storybooks and such. But they're $39.99, and I've spoke to the guys at Estevium, and we might have got a bit of a deal.
And did they make you an offer you couldn't refuse?
Didn't make me an offer. I can't even do it. Do you know what?
It's embarrassing.
It is.
So, cut to the chase. This week only, Fat Pack / bundle, whichever you prefer, down from $39.99 to £27.50.
£27.50. That's more.
I'm sorry, did you say £27.50?
£27.50. I'd buy that for $1.
You buy it for $27.50 is what you buy it for. So I'm going to click...
That'd be less than £27.50 if they'd bought it for $27.
Times it by 0.8, yeah.
Yeah.
But
£27.50.
Yes.
And it's live on the website.
Now,
So
I've just clicked live, so that's on live now.
what I forgot to ask Georgie to do.
What did you forget to ask me to do?
So you've just changed last week's product
Yes.
to this week's product by
Yes.
changing the price and the quantities, which is great. But if you go into the pre-order section, it won't be newest on top. So you're not going to find it on top. You're going to have
it's
to
like a fun
actually
treasure hunt.
scroll through the pre-orders, which is great because you'll get to see other new things.
Yeah,
other
I
new products that are coming
deliberately
out.
did it so everyone could see the new stuff.
Do we believe it?
No, you shouldn't. You're a fool if
Answers
you
on a
do.
postcard.
I'll judge you if you believe me, to be honest.
But yeah, so that's on there. I don't know how many Magic players we've got watching it. This is going to tell us.
It is.
But it's good. £27.50. Free postage still kicks in at £50. So add a couple of other things into your cart and you get it for free.
Buy this
Maybe add this
awesome
into your
new
cart
board
because
game.
It's not new. This is not new.
They're new into store.
It's newly back in stock.
Yes.
We've had it in a long time ago. We just haven't been able to get it back in.
This game is called Clank, and we played it. Is it upside down? No. We played it a couple of days ago. Monday. It's
I've had a few games recently.
yeah, I know. Deck builder meets a board game, basically, is how I describe it. Because a lot of deck builders, you don't get a board in them. Whereas for this game, you build your deck, but you still have your meeples to move around a board. It's one of those games that's oh my good god. For the first round, you kind of are figuring out what everything does, but then after that, super simple, super fun. Not a really long game either as well, so it's nice when you
Sort of
just,
45 minutes, an hour. Maybe your first playthrough might take an hour.
just so as you know what everything does and what have you. But it's a really fun game, simple setup time, easy to
And you
explain to
literally
new people.
Just building your decks, you go along. Start with your 10 cards, which will let you either move or buy other cards. Or if you stumble, you make a noise, and that noise is a big clank noise.
Get
If you
attacked by
make clank,
dragons.
you throw your clank counters, which are your little cubes,
Yeah.
into the master area, and then whenever a card is drawn out of the master deck with a dragon on it, then you put all the cards into the clank
Which is
bag.
very nice, actually.
Velvet.
I don't think it's velvet.
Velvet. It is.
I don't think that's not real velvet. It's lovely, though.
Velour. Velour, darling. And then, so however many cubes have to be pulled out, which is determined by where you're up to in the game, pull them out. If one of the coloured cubes comes out represented to a player,
You get
it goes
damage.
onto their damage counter. If their damage goes up to 10, they're dead.
Honestly, it's
Kind of blunt and simple, isn't it?
it's
But it is
super easy as well. It's
so
super fun.
easy to play.
Adam literally just walked over to rub in our face the fact that we all just let him die.
Yes, we did.
We just kept trying to draw dragon cards.
I'm
so
not
that
going to
he
lie. Adam had 1 health left.
And his
was
mother.
almost out. I tried my best to kill him. Then I encouraged Georgie to try her best to kill him. Adam's mother was playing with us, and we encouraged Adam's mother to kill him.
Jerry's comment was, "I gave him life, and I can take it away," and then she killed him, and it
and
was
she killed him.
truly a wonderful thing to witness.
It was epic.
It was great. But no, it's
Sorry, Adam.
it's a really really fun game actually. I really enjoy playing it.
Yeah, it's great. I'd say that's the third or fourth playthrough. I liked the game that much that I opened a copy for the shop.
Yeah.
I know we've got an open copy of the Don Corleone Godfather game. That's because we bought it as a demo set from the distributor. We bought copies for sale and got one at a discounted price for the store. So things like that we want to do. But Clank just liked it enough, thought, yeah, it's something we can show to people. Because unfortunately, it's one of those games where the box doesn't do it any credit whatsoever, much like the next one that you're going to show. Very much a board game, mate.
This is good because board game, it brings us on to actually a segment that we want to start trying, which is a let's play board game type thing. So we can talk about that. This is going to be a good one for it. I think it sounds adorable and wonderful, and Martin is not quite as impressed.
I think the game looks fantastic. I'm just not in love with the cute side of it.
Stop it,
Georgie is.
Here we go. It's called Catch the Moon.
It's very pastel-y.
Look at it. I'm going to wait for it to come up on screen. Look at how lovely it is.
You can't wait there because you'll be waiting.
Basically, the premise of the game is, what's the name of the game you play when you're a kid? Is it Monkey Puzzle or something?
Yeah, sure, you're millennial, aren't you? So it will have been the Monkeys one. For those of us that aren't millennials, you'll have. This is a mixture between Kaplunk, Jenga, and maybe a bit of Buckaroo, but without the Buckaroo
without the
action.
booking.
Yeah,
but
you're literally loading ladders on top of each other.
If you look, if I show you the back of the box, here you go. You've got to stack ladders on top of each other, kind of like you do with that stick game. That's Kaplunk, right?
That's got the marbles. You take the sticks out to stop the marbles dropping.
And then
yeah, stack
every
them
time,
high. That was the monkey one.
The reason that you're building all the ladders up, stop talking about monkeys, is to try and reach the moon, to go and say hello to her. But the moon gets sad if you fall, or if the ladders don't all stack up. And so every time that happens, you get a moon tier. It's so adorable, this game, and I really want a copy. You get a moon tier, these little things here, and the person who's got the most of those at the end, they lose the game. But you've got a dice that tells you how many ladders you've got to put on the cloud, and it's
simple, and it's £17.59.
And it's adorable and simple.
It is a lovely little game, to be fair. It might have a very pastel-y box and a crying moon and Georgie's all a little bit broken-hearted about the game.
I want it.
But actually, I can see it just being loads of fun and a proper screw-you-over game.
It's meant to be beautiful.
Gonna make you put some more ladders and make you drop your ladders. But yeah, that's another one we've got. And it takes us into the Let's Play. So, question that we're going to ask you guys in a minute. Well, in fact, no, we're going to talk after we've asked you this question and then see what the answers come in here. And for those not watching us live, if anybody, for whatever reason, is still watching this, non-live, then we want you guys to decide what we're going to call this show.
Not this one.
Not this show. This is WarGames on Wednesday. And that's not changing unless somebody does us for IP. I don't think anybody can yet.
The day of the week, Wednesday.
Well, do you know what? If he wants to get out of bed, then he might come and get us. No, so we're gonna have literally camera set up from a higher angle, looking down onto the table, and it will be something like, let's play Catch the Moon, let's play Clank, let's play The Godfather, whatever it might be. Probably wouldn't be something like The Godfather. It'd be shorter games than that, sort of 20, 30, 40 minute games, and it'll just be us sat around the table playing the game. So that's the Let's Play series. That's something we want to get towards doing.
Don't Rooster Teeth have like a copyright on Let's Play?
As well. Who?
Rooster Teeth.
Who's that?
Who? Rooster Teeth, the YouTube channel. There's a video game, so you might not know what it is.
Well, there you go. So they can't have copyright on a sentence.
You never know. Isn't Gene Simmons trying to copyright that?
He is, unsuccessfully. He invented this, apparently. Anyway, Carlos.
Sorry, that was my fault that time.
Let's Play will just be a series of the camera on a live stream, recording us playing a game. And you'll get to see how we interact and involve in a game. There'll probably almost definitely 100% be an 18 subscription thing on there where you have to click, because if
we're not normally this PG-13.
Then there'll be effing and jeffing.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, I was going to say Georgie's mom can't watch. Although you swear more than Georgie.
She does actually.
You just swear posh. That's the difference.
Very true. Actually, it's very true.
But we love you, Mum, so it's okay. And so that's a Let's Play series. Georgie, however, is going to do, on top of her painting videos, unboxing of certain games and sort of talking about what a game does, going through the basics of it and learning it for you guys, basically. It's
Learning
like a bit of,
for you.
of a how to play game. So when we do the Let's Play, that'll just be you watching us playing a game and having a laugh. Hopefully the atmosphere will come through. When you're showing them the game, it's going to be learn to play with Georgie.
I don't like that.
You don't like that, do you? Learn to play with Georgie. Let's play with Georgie.
I don't know.
How to play with Georgie.
Anything along those lines.
Basically, if it's got Georgie on the end and how to play with, then she's not okay with it, which
I don't
means you
think that's
guys need to vote on it.
unreasonable, actually.
So, we need a name for it. Is it going to be, number 1, let's play with Georgie? Number 2, how to play with
What's
Georgie?
in Georgie's box from Will?
Number 3.
Thanks, Will.
Number 3.
No, that's not.
What's in Georgie's
Hasn't
box?
stop laughing.
That's or any others that you might think of that might not be so offensive. I think the more offensive it is, the better it's going to be. There's going to be a cheesy picture of Georgie on there, something along those lines.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll have a bit of fun. They're not going to be a guaranteed out every single Tuesday. This video is going to go out live. It will be an ad hoc thing.
Yeah.
As and when we can do it, and then as time becomes potentially more available, we'll get them done more. That will all depend on things that we've got planned in the future, the likes of Expo and stuff. If that goes through, then you'll be doing this.
Unboxing Georgie. Thanks, Dave.
So unboxing Georgie, let's play with Georgie, how to play with Georgie.
What's in Georgie's box?
What's in Georgie's box, Will?
Oh, Mom, I'm
Jesus.
so sorry, Mom.
And unboxing Georgie's. But yeah, you're going to get guests in on Let's Plays. Get Nick or Ace or other YouTubers up or something. Definitely SDFnet. One of the ideas is let's get us playing. We used to do a thing called Bastards Night.
You can't say
I
that word
can.
on
I
the
just
internet.
have. We had this competition last week. I talked about it. And we played Screw Over Games, and we had a good laugh with them. So we're going to do things like that again. Hence why there'll be an 18 filter on there, because there will be different products played. And then at some point, hopefully once they start getting popular, hopefully they will, then yeah, we'll start inviting people in. If my time becomes more free in the way that I'm hoping it will, I'm going to be available to play more 40k battle reports as well, so we'll be inviting people up. One of the going back to the Kickstarter, one of the things I said in the Kickstarter pledge was you got to challenge Martin. Not much of a challenge, I'm not difficult to beat, but you get to come and play game 40k in the store with me, bring your painted army up. That's the only prerequisite, the right thing? Yeah.
I gave the check words with me.
Prerequisite is that your army has to be painted. Not bothered to what standard, as long as it's fully painted. Don't want grey plastic or resin on the table. Not like me today.
Yeah, unlike someone today who got some bases, a packing peanut, and super glued a packing peanut to a base as a proxy for a model.
I then changed it to something else. The model's there, it's just not built. I've got a week and a half to build and paint these models for the Northwest Open. Is that Ace in the room? I just saw his little logo. Yeah, I didn't manage to ring you before. I was
Grace is so married. It's
playing
adorable.
with the demons.
That's really great. God, you okay? Do we need to talk?
Great
Everything
stuff.
alright?
But yeah, there'll be the whole challenge Martin or challenge whoever. At the end of the day, we're going to teach Georgie how to play 40k. So it'll be come up to the shop, play a game with us. Whether it be a board game, whether it be Magic, whether it be
Don't play Magic with me. I'll get ratty. If I
War
lose.
Machine, whether it be, well, to be fair, neither of us can play War Machine and the other three won't go on camera. So if you want to play something that we can play, you can come up and you can play with us, and you can see what's in Georgie's box.
That's not a thing that's gonna.
What's in Georgie's box?
Oh,
I'm
Mom.
liking that one. What's Ace saying anyway?
Stood him up.
Sorry, man.
Speaking of Ace, speaking of games, speaking of things and tournaments, which we're talking about now, we have some news for all you lovely people who are watching. This is a very cool announcement that I'm very excited for to announce this one. Can you read that?
Ooh, do you know what? I'm going to let you do this. I'm going to try to not talk over this.
As if. Make sure that the 20th...
Your diary's free.
You know what? Do you want to do it?
No.
The 28th and 29th of October are free in your diary, because WarGames has planned its first ever inaugural. I stumbled over that then. Age of Sigmar UK Open Tournament. Did you hear that?
It's big.
What is it?
It's big.
Age of Sigmar UK Open
So
Tournament.
the WarGames AOS UK Open. Not the Northwest Open, not the Last Chance Open, the UK Open. Those of you that are aware of how we run the Northwest Open is called the Northwest Open because we're in the Northwest and it's a major, so therefore it's an open event. And it's for 40k. The Last Chance Open is called the Last Chance Open because it held in January and it is your last chance to get your points for the season's ITC finale, which is in Vegas. Did I tell you I'm going to Vegas?
Tell you I'm going with you.
To be fair, it might be.
See you in Vegas, guys.
And just away from the AOS thing for a minute because camels. So going Vegas, going to the Las Vegas Open. Looks like the G Gale and Adam are coming with us to do some filming, and they'll be doing like sort of very reportage sort of stuff.
It's gonna be like Vice documentary.
Yeah, man, sort of selfie interviews. Not that professional. But so I don't know. It's cheaper to fly into LA than it is to fly into Vegas. So we can just fly into Vegas and do the Vegas cool stuff and get off the plane with all the other Vegas hippies. Or we can fly into LA, hire a Mustang.
God, don't. I get emotional about cars.
And then drive a Mustang down it's not really Route 66, but in effect, what in my mind is Route 66. Drive it down the Nevada desert, right down the Vegas Strip, and pull up at Bally's.
It's pretty rad. There's getting so much smack talking in this chat right now. Georgie in Las Vegas, there goes the planet. You know it will. In terms of Age of Sigmar, everyone's getting the smack talking's happening between Nick, Dave, and Ace. So I think we should give them some more information.
Okay, yeah, so yes, because I camelled off there. So, Age of Sigmar, 28th and 29th
of October.
Halloween weekend. I'm going to let you do the Halloween bit in a minute. Halloween weekend. It's a 2,000 points.
The G-Spot. That's a good name for it.
I like that one, Jen. Or Ian, whichever one of you said it. You're both watching, possibly two viewers, because one watches on the telly, one watches on the phone.
You guys are the bestest.
It's kind of cool. But we can't figure out whether it's two people cast watching. Who knows? Who cares? You're watching, that's what matters, and the G-Spot's good. 2,000 points, Age of Sigmar. The equivalent of a battle-forged army. All the detail will come out, and it'll all follow through very, very soon. It's the same as our 40k events, so it's a full weekend event with massive prize support. So there's £800 worth of prizes in there, including best sportsman, and there'll be battle mats getting given away. All the tables will be done to the high quality that you expect from us now. On the mats with really good terrain, and the tickets are £60. The same as what they are for the Northwest Open and Last Chance Open. For that, you are getting, as I say, big prize support. You're getting what we believe to be the best
tournament experience.
Best tournament experience, yeah. Best laid tournaments, I think, in the country. You can go for a £5 tournament and you still have a great laugh, or you can come to a £60 tournament and you'll be treated as you think you should be.
Kings and princesses.
And you get the chance to win an awful lot back in prize support as well. Hotel accommodation is generally very cheap. There are plenty of places to stay in Southport. So you can come up the night before, get some casual games in, either of AOS. You can get some 40k in. Come and play with us on
the telly.
On the telly, maybe, yeah. Come and play a board game with us. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
But that's
and there's food on both days as well, and we're not talking a little Subway buffet, we're talking proper hot food buffet. The first time we did it, the food was really nice, there just wasn't much of it. Second time, everybody said we nailed it with the food, and the third and fourth time that we've had that food in, everybody's really, really passed comment. So that'll be coming in, and it's Halloween week. The tickets themselves will go on sale, because we're not going to put them on sale today. We're going to build up the hype over the next few weeks for it.
Very exciting.
Tickets will go on sale on the 7th of August. That's Monday the 7th of August. They'll go live at 12 o'clock. So this is the same way that we did with the Northwest Open. And it's the day after the Northwest Open finishes.
Yes.
So the 40k players hopefully we'll have a bit of fire in the belly from coming away from that. A lot of them hopefully play Sigmar as well, and we should sell. And if we sell 60, great. It's the first one we've done. If we sell 20, great. It doesn't matter. That prize support is there, and it will be there regardless of turnout. We're not one of those places that bases our prize support on turnout. They'll just be in, and there'll be loads of cool stuff up there.
So we'll say it again, guys.
Yeah.
28th and the 29th of October. Halloween dress up. Can we just clarify? Because Halloween's the best holiday of the year.
So, go on. You can talk about the Halloween side of it.
Oh my god, is that getting the okay? Because
Yeah,
I'm desperate for that.
Yeah, Dave said no. I said yeah. Boss card. I like it.
I don't know who to piss off, you or him. I don't know.
You won't piss Dave off, and he gets to do Rorschach, so you're fine.
He did. I really want there to be Halloween dress up for this tournament.
It's happening. It's the weekend before Halloween. It's the
And
28th
Halloween's like my
and
favourite
29th.
holiday of the year.
It's 2 days before Halloween. It's as close to Halloween as you can get. Now, that might put some people off coming, because they might be at Halloween parties that weekend. Understand that. So we'll make it a Halloween party. Come here. Come in fancy dress. We're going to give a prize out.
Can I be entered into it?
The best player dress. No, so this is the best costume of the weekend. So it won't be necessarily exclusive just to that AOS event. So let's broaden it out to customers and fans.
Dave's not happy. He's put the little eyes.
So let's make it just a general Halloween costume party that weekend for everything, not just for the AOS
I can
tournament,
die happy now.
but for everything. We'll decorate the store a little bit for it, and we'll get it all set up. Staff will optionally get dressed up.
Compulsory.
Dave wants to do his Rorschach mask, and that's his Rorschach. I don't know. That
Read
was
the
a terrible
comics.
film.
Read the comic book. The comic book's incredible.
I don't have time to read. I got time to read.
I'm so excited.
Best
costume
costume's going to win a
changes
prize.
And everything.
If you want to, but only one of them will be entered. So all of you can get involved in it. We'll get some other stuff going on in the store as well for general Halloween weekend. Do you know what? Let's have this back area here, because that won't be used for tournaments. Let's clear the table space and let's have some Halloween themed board games. So let's get Mysterium and Mansions of Madness.
Yeah,
let's get a bit of Arkham going
leveling
on and
up
stuff.
at this concept.
Let's do it. Let's make Halloween
I'm
special.
making notes.
Do you know who does it? Do you know who does Halloween really well?
The Americans.
The Americans. Let's beat them. I don't think it's possible, but let's try.
And Ian said his Obulus might make a reappearance. I would love that.
Yeah, but there's going to be children about Ian, and that would scare them.
But yes, so that's really cool. On the topic of tournaments, we've been talking a lot in the shop about getting more tournaments going. I mean, tournaments can be quite intimidating if you've not played in tournaments before. So stuff like the Northwest Open or the UK Open for Sigmar, that can be quite an intimidating atmosphere for people who don't normally play in tournaments. So what we want to do is we want to start making kind of smaller local events.
Sunday specials.
Yeah, where people can come and play. We're looking at kind of 16-man 4-round tournaments to anything
three or 4 rounds, 16-man cap.
Yeah, so it's not going to be massive. So you can have stuff like Bolt Action, Sigmar itself, even War Machine.
Well, we had an 8-man War Machine tournament last night, and that was in one night. Just done upstairs. There was no entry fee for it or anything. The winner got a Mars bar. Matt organised it all, and do you know what? Dave played in it. Lost 2 of his 3 games.
Yeah.
But he came down. He said, other than having the brain headache of having to try and work a timer, he said it's the most fun he's had in a tournament outside of Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's coming from War Machine, which, take away my knocking of War Machine. War Machine's a very competitive game. We put it next to 40k, and 40k's child's play compared to War Machine from a competitive point of view and in the zone clock timer. So let's do it. Let's have Sunday. So have all these smaller games, not even smaller games. Sorry, that's not fair to call smaller tournaments for them. They're not tournaments. They'll be.
It'd be like a little
championship days, campaign days.
Yeah.
Just a reason, cheap and cheerful reason. 5-10 quid in, so nothing special in. With half of whatever is paid in going into a prize pot for it, which will be given out then in store credit for you to buy stuff. We'll probably get like a couple of cups and certificates and whatever printed up
It's
for
just
them as we go along.
a less intense way of getting to play in a competitive environment.
Yeah,
it's a less
it's a stepping
intimidating,
stone
less
as well.
oppressive way to do it. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what the Northwest Open was originally. I think if Ace is still in the chat, he'll agree with me. Northwest Open was set up to be that. Yes, we wanted to attract the competitive players. Yes, we wanted to attract the YouTubers and such. But we also wanted people who aren't used to playing in tournaments to feel like they can. And that's one of the things that demoralises me when I see the lists, is that it's no fun for the guys just coming in.
Yeah.
But the game's still new, and we'll see how that all pans out. But these Sunday specials, they're going to be a stepping stone. If you think a big tournament like the Northwest Open is just a bit too intimidating, just a bit beyond you, then you jump in on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You're playing it. There's only 16 people. There's only a couple of hours.
It's nice. It's just a very nice community building thing to do, I think, because
Well,
a lot of the time, people, like we said, it's quite intimidating to go into such a big event, and it's a nice way to play different people, because I know a lot of the time, if you're playing a certain game, you can fall into a rut of just playing your friends. Whereas if it's
yeah, that's it.
Do you know what I mean? If
you
people are
play other
coming
people
from,
and you learn the game more, you learn all the idiosyncrasies of the game. So you think you know how to play a game, and then you play it against people that you're not used to playing against. You go, all right, that's how you actually play the game.
And we're thinking of running it from like 11 in the morning
so
until
Dave,
whenever it finishes. Deliberately checked.
Yeah, Dave's checked into all public
like
transport. We've obviously we've got a good road network in from different places, but we've also got really good public transport, and especially trains. We've got
really
direct
good.
in from Liverpool and direct in from Manchester. Preston, you have to swap at Wigan onto the Manchester line, but that's fine. It's one swap on the same station pretty much. And you can all definitely get here by train for 11 o'clock when we open. So we'd open registration at 11. We're looking at like sort of 11:30 start, and then if needs be, we'll be open till 9 o'clock at night. You can still get trains back out to everywhere. With changes allowed at 9 o'clock. Now, we're not expecting people to come up from London or flying from Germany.
I mean, you can if you want to.
Feel free to do it. Will doesn't normally need much of an excuse to come down. These are going to be every couple of weeks, and there'll be different game systems. But it's just, it's a less competitive. Not to say that there's no competition in there, but it's not
as intense.
It's not overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm excited about that.
I am, yeah. Shall we go on? Sorry.
Two things. Someone, Dermot, if you're still with us, asked about delivery to Ireland. How much does it matter on size of packages?
Yes, no, maybe. Depends. North or South Ireland. If you're still there, that's the most important thing to answer. If it's Northern Ireland, free delivery because we class it as UK. And I know some people don't.
Let's not get into that right now. Yeah.
But we're free delivery at £50 to Northern Ireland fare, and that's only £2.99 for 48-hour delivery to Northern Ireland. If you're Southern Ireland, I believe it's £14.99. Top of my head, I'm sure it falls under weirdly mainland Europe, even though it probably shouldn't be. But it's mainland Europe, which is £14.99, and that's FedEx, and it's next day. And I kid you not, I'm laughing because of Adam last week. We posted a parcel to America, and we post all over the world. But there was one that was posting out to America. I was going to Memphis in Tennessee. And what's the matter?
I thought I heard thunder. Sorry.
No. Memphis in Tennessee. I've got a horrible feeling Dave didn't shut the door behind us.
No, it's fine.
But Memphis, Tennessee, and we were packing it, and it was about 3 o'clock, and this parcel was about to get picked up. And he was like, I can't get my head around it. It's going to be there tomorrow. I was like, not only will it be there tomorrow, it'll be there at like 9 o'clock in the morning. He was like, but it's 3 o'clock now, how can it get there? He said, I don't know whether I can get there that quick. And I turned around, we were trying to figure out whether we could post Adam.
It is really good, actually, to be fair, in terms of, I know that I'm super impatient. When I pay for next day delivery on my ASOS account, so everything's automatically next day delivery.
Yeah.
That's why I like the fact that we've got a reliable next day delivery service.
And
you know what I mean?
It's not the cheapest next day delivery. I know that there are other companies.
Dave said it's thundering.
I know that there are
okay with it.
Other companies out there that will do cheaper international delivery than us, but they take 7 to 10 days to get there, and that's when 7 to 10 days from when it comes in stock. if we're in stock, which the website tells you whether it's in stock or not. If it says this item is going to be back ordered, guess what? It's not in stock. If it says in stock, it's in stock. We order it, we ship it out, and it's gone, and it's there next day. Worst case scenario is 48 hours. I think the likes of Australia and the Far East, like China and such, that takes 2 or 3 days.
That's a physical impossibility.
Yeah, you can't go back in time. The good thing about going to America is you gain 5 to 8 hours depending on which part of America you go to, because of time zones and stuff. But anyway, shall we go into some questions, because I think we've covered everything else. Those were riptides.
Everyone's telling me to find my Thunder Buddy. I think it's thundering. I am.
That really is thunder. Georgie,
no, not on camera, please, not on camera.
It's all right.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna have some questions really quickly, so I can go and sit in a darkened room and cry.
The door's open as well.
No, don't.
It's all right. Do you know what thunder can't do? Can't hear it yet.
No, let's not do this right
Lightning
now.
on
Let's
your
just go
hands.
with some questions really, really quickly. I'm gonna mention the Blood Bowl tournament coming up. Actually, I can sense it's gonna happen.
It's all right. Right. You talk about the Blood Bowl tournament.
Okay.
I'm going to go shut the door, which will stop some of the noise.
Okay. We've also got a Blood Bowl tournament coming up. Blood Bowl, super popular game. And we thought we might as well do a tournament for Blood Bowl. The dice have got everybody really reinvigorated for Blood Bowl, which is pretty cool. So, thank you. The 27th of August for our Blood Bowl tournament. It's going to be 1.2 million to spend. There's going to be skill packs for you to pick from throughout the whole process. It's going to be a one-day event, just a Sunday, but more information and things like that will be going up on Facebook.
You're right.
Nearer the time, just about. I'm soldiering through. Nearer the time. Are there any Are there any questions we can get to really quickly before Thunder starts? This is so difficult.
This is all right. It's fine. I don't know.
But yeah.
Antonio, you're not helping.
Yeah, that's basically what's happening with the Blood Bowl tournament. If you go onto our Facebook page, we'll be uploading some more information on an event.
Yeah, we'll
and
put prices
like
and
that.
such.
And we should.
What did Dave say? 1.2 million.
1.2
Oh,
million
you've just done all that. Sorry, I went and closed the door.
With
obviously.
skill packs to pick from, and it will just be the one down the Sunday, so I can hear it.
And we are capping that at 16 players, so it'll be the first 16 players to sign up, basically. And that's where we're going to go with that. Game day. We said we were going to talk about game day for Magic the Gathering. It should be on 5th and 6th of August, but we've got a rather large 40k tournament 5th and 6th of August. You're all right.
Sorry, I'm real. Oh, this is why this happening on camera.
I normally will capitalise at any point where I can take the mic and I can wind Georgie up. But to be fair, it's a genuine fear. I'm petrified of
Look,
it.
I just start crying when it
dealt
starts
with it, and I don't get it because it doesn't bother me. But you know what? I ain't going up no ladder because that's
He's
that's
scared of
my
ladders.
fear. I'm
Do you not want to play
petrified of
Catch the Moon with me in that
ladders.
case?
They're ladders, they're all right. But if I had a little meeple, then I wouldn't let him go up because I'd be too scared.
Oh, it's Thor coming to watch the live show.
He is. That's what it
like
is.
it.
There you go. That makes you feel better. You
Yeah.
like Thor? Oh, the guy who plays him, Chris.
He's too blonde for me. He's no Peter Parker.
Okay.
But yeah,
enough.
game
Moving
day.
on. Yeah, so game day. We're not going to run. And there was a pause. It's like that. We are going to run it. We're not going to run it that weekend. We spoke to Wizards, and we are okay to run it the weekend after for our store event. Now that is unfortunately then GP Birmingham weekend.
Whoop, whoop.
Which is obviously a busy weekend there. But you know what? We run a free game day, and most of our customers don't go to the GP.
Adam's going.
Adam's going, but we laugh and joke with Adam anyway because he'd only come second in game day and miss out on the map by one place again.
Bless him.
But he's all right with that. And that does it. Have you scrolled back through and seen if there are any questions?
What factions is your money on for the win at the Northwest Open? That's one from Will.
Space Marines.
Oh, but yeah, that's the only question really. I think we've
Sorry,
been pretty
Chaos
comprehensive.
Demons. Me. I'm not winning it.
Yeah.
I might not even be playing yet. There are 2 tickets. No, there is 1 ticket left available. Because we sold another one this afternoon for the Northwest Open. Anybody wants to play? £60. That buys you your ticket, and it sets everything up. We are going to cut now, though, guys. I think if we can get Adam to help us cut, because last week when we cut, it literally just went off. There's a 5-second delay between us talking and what you see on the camera, but when we stop the stream, it stops completely. But that rain is getting really, really, really loud on the roof at the back, so we're going to have to cut because I don't know how much of it you're picking up. Bit of a delayed start tonight, guys. Really apologise for that. But we've got through a lot. I think it's actually been a good show.
It's actually been alright, give or take the tragic start and the
And the
stressful thunder at the end.
But
So yeah,
so we're going to say good night. So it's good night from me.
good night from me.
I'll see you next week.
Bye.